Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Friday, January the 31st. The year's 2025. Let's talk trading. Weekly wrap-up. As always, these videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. And at the end of the month, let's just be mindful of our risk management. Let's not lose more on any one single trade than we are willing to lose. So, taking a look at the week for the pound, we're 44 pips below the weekly open, 102, 101 off the high, and 35 off the low. And if you take a look at the dashboard, you will notice there are many open gaps that did not fill this week. This is definitely an anomaly. This does not happen often. Notice, though, that the dollar yen has filled, and I've been trading the dollar yen with success. It's funny, I guess for me, it's like riding a bike. I mean, I hadn't really been trading it for years, but I just started back up this year. Because the funny thing is, Walmart is really good on the pound. I mean, he just nails it. I am much better on the dollar yen than I am on the pound. I struggle with the pound. So I just decided while I'm struggling, I might as well do something that I'm pretty good at. So I can have two charts up at once and take advantage. Plus, the neat thing is, usually the dollar yen and the pound dollar move opposite. One's going up, one goes down, but every now and then they move the same way, and then you know something's going to happen sooner or later. So if you can do that, it kind of helps. Okay, let's take a look here at the opening range for the week. You can see we popped above it today and we dropped back below it. So it's the low here would have provided some nice trades this week, breaking that low. We never did break the high. And if we zoom out to the month and look at the year, we're 92 pips below the yearly open. We're 319 off the low, 158 off the high. And we're above the midpoint right now. So the year and the month are the same, but it will change next week because today's the last trading day of the month. Inside bar action, we had some inside bar action for the weekly inside bar 5 days ago. You can see here on Monday, we went above it and then crossed below it, got near it on Tuesday, and it's just been pretty much down. Notice on the daily chart, flip, flop, prices oscillating. And you can see here, there really wasn't much inside bar action today. He had some on the week and a couple, or he had about a handful or so on the monthly. Okay. For the range, we had red news today, but the pound only put in 52 pips. But I was trading the dollar yen. I took advantage of the news, but not as well as I should have. I don't know. I was waiting for something, and I missed out on something else. So that's the difference between looking and seeing. Because usually when you look, you're looking for something, and when you're seeing, you're just seeing without any bias or prejudice or filters. And so had I been seeing as opposed to looking, I would have been short up around 155, and I could have ridden it down for a boatload of pips. Because let's see, if I switch over to dollar yen, you can see it hit 155.02. And then if you, and so right here. That was the news, and then came all the way back down. So could have been a very, very, very nice trade there. And so for today, the beast comes in first, the new beast coming in second in range. We've got what, only 7 pairs over 100 pips. And let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of those were yen pairs. Buy zone on the pound. It was crisscrossing that 24.14. So that was a number to take advantage of. And what's interesting is 24.13 was the H4 open of the last H4 candle. Range is large enough, barely, but you can see here there really wasn't much to be had from the rats. I mean, 10, 20 pips at the most. You can see here the smart rats would have gotten you in here at 02 and a short at 24.29. Those both would have paid off nicely. Bambino Flex said to be short today. Pivot trading plan price near the pivot was short. You can see that paid off there at the 24.34 level. Right now we're 24 pips below that level. You can see S1 bias is long. We came down, hit S1, and we're about 18 pips above it. So, you know, you can pick any of these methods, and if you stick to the method and you trade your signal, you wait for your signal and you trade your signal, chances are the market will give you an opportunity to take profit. But you got to take that profit, whether it's 1 pip, 10 or more. You just can't sit there and see it go up, stall, and come back. And because I actually did that for a while. I was waiting, wanting the pound to break that double low. It would come up to 99, hit the double low, and then drop back 3 or 4 pips. And those are really opportunities to sit there and 2, 3, 4 pip it to death. But I didn't do that, and that was on me. And so, missed pivots. Looks like we're going to miss the pivot this month. For the week, looks like we're going to miss the pivot, but we took out the daily pivot. So far this year, we've got 1 missed daily pivot. And that's right here 5 days ago at 123.40. So we'll see if that pivot gets taken out next month. I don't think it's going to get taken out today. Wick zone, in and out of that previous day's lower wick zone. So you can see long at 24.18, short at 24.07. Would have paid off nicely. Because price just doesn't like staying in the wick zone. Just doesn't. You can see here 73% of the time. Smart ranges for the week. High minus low, only 136 pips. That's awful. That's the 8th percentile over the last 12 weeks. High minus previous high, we broke out by 21 pips. Previous low minus low didn't even come close. High minus close for the red rats, 106. Close minus low for the green rats, 29. Weekly crossover traders, high minus open would have paid 57 pips. Open minus low, 79. So once again, you could pick any of these simple horizontal line methods and trade them. But you know what can get you into trouble is when you start mixing them, and then you're really starting to juggle, and you're overtaxing your brain. You're getting conflicting signals. You second guess yourself, and you just make a mess. And then you look back and you play Monday morning quarterback. Oh, I should have seen this. Oh, I should have done that. No, because in the moment you did what you were paying attention to. So that's why sometimes you have to narrow your focus and trade accordingly. I mean, you can see here the daily open crossover trade paid off. What, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 M30 candles ago. You can see here this candle right now. You're up 2. You probably could have had, let's see, 22. You could have had 7, 8 pips if you nailed it. Notice the range here past 5 bars, over 10 pips, every last one. Money to be made. And trading with the 3 ball, the highest low here, there was a couple of triggers, would have paid off nicely. Let's see, highest low was 18. Could have picked up 9 pips or so to the downside. You can see here it went up but didn't close above. You can see it's hitting some previous S3s or 3 balls, and those are support 3 balls, blue. Resistance here are the red. It's going right through them, heading back down to that daily open, H4 open. And the price turn wick zone, I don't know if anybody's trading this, but I definitely like it. You can see here it put in, came back in, and fell back out. And let's see, let's run it up to, see, look at H4. You can see there. H1, you can see we fell out of that one again. Almost touched the bottom one here. M30, same thing. M15, it just crisscrossed that upper one. M5, and all the way down to M1. Okay, let's take a quick look here for the month. 476 pips. I don't think it's going to push it. And we can show the year to date. We're down 0.8% from the yearly open. And the ATR percentage for January was at 123. So we'll have to see how this plays out for the rest of the year. Quick look here below the lower wick zone on the month. For the week, you see we're in between. We had a higher high, higher low. And the daily price is turning down inside that lower wick zone at the moment. Seller strong control. Lower high, lower low. So fellow traders, that's going to wrap it up for the week and for the month. And I hope your week, your day, and actually your month and your year so far has been profitable. And I'm going to wish you a fun and safe weekend. And as always, I want you to remember and never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is TheRumpledOne, over and out.